Hello, what's up? Welcome back to another episode. So I got invited to go on a podcast the other week, and it all sort of happened when I uploaded my last Expectation versus Reality video. Somebody who watched that video put it in the Discord of 50 PS Gamer Reviews, which is the YouTube channel. I have the YouTube channel up on the screen, so anyone can go and have a watch and have a listen to their content and follow them on X. And one of the comments was, do you have Twitter? So I put my Twitter handle, got a private message off him saying, I do a podcast. It's, episode we talk for a few hours. It's about the gaming industry, but more leans into PlayStation, but not in a delusional way. So I went and checked out the channel. Really liked the setup. Really liked the conversations that we're having. Very passionate. Initially, I said, yeah, I'd love to come on the podcast because I've never done a podcast before. If anyone's followed the channel for a long time, I actually tried to do a podcast with a friend of mine that I used to play video games with, but it didn't really pan out. It was called the Gameaholics. And the idea behind it was we'd sit and have a few beers and just talk about the industry, but whilst we overindulged in the beers side of it, and listening back to some of the episodes was very cringeworthy because it was slurring. It was like really drunk, but it was funny and I enjoyed doing them. But like I say, it didn't pan out. So initially I said yes. I said, yeah, I'd love to come on and talk about the industry and PlayStation and all the other things about video games and stuff. And then I started to get really sort of anxiety. I was like, oh God, what if I don't come across very well? It's kind of live. I'm going to have to be sort of really sharp at what I'm saying and stuff. And it was more of a self-confidence thing about, am I going to be good enough to be on the podcast? Am I going to be able to articulate it very well? Am I going to know things that they're going to be talking about that week? Because the guy was asking me, do I play video games? Am I interested? Do I keep up with gaming news? And I was like, yeah, I keep up with gaming news, but I'm not like the forefront of the gaming news. So there's things that I don't necessarily keep up with. I only sort of, look at things that are really sort of interesting or relevant to me. And he gave me a date to come on the show, which was next week. I'm actually on holiday next week. It's the wife's birthday next week. We're going away for a week. So I said, I can't do that week. I'm really sorry. I said, I'm really sorry to mess you about. And he said, no, that's totally fine. What about this month? And it was like the 26th of March or something. And I looked into that and I said, yeah, I'll move some stuff around at work. Didn't really take it. He actually asked me, is the time difference going to be an issue? So obviously it's an American channel. I worked out that when I go on the show, I would have to stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning to be on the show, or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then the show, like the episodes run for anywhere between 2 to 3 to 4 hours. So I'd have to take time off work. But there's people on holiday at the moment, so I couldn't do that day. And I was like, you know what? I'm really sorry. I really appreciate the invite, but it's just not meant to be. Like, the time difference is going to be a bit of an issue. And he said, yeah, he's had that before with people from the UK. So it's regrettable, because I think that would have been a nice thing to do, to go on there and talk about the industry with other people and get different perspectives and viewpoints and stuff like that. But he gave me a shout out on one of his tweets, and there's been new people coming to the channel through that. But I feel like I said, well, because I can't come on the show, I'll do you a shout out. It was really nice to be asked to go onto a podcast, something that I've never really thought about getting back involved with. Like I say, we used to do a podcast and it was just pretty much just talking about the industry, shooting the breeze, having a bit of a laugh. So yeah, unfortunately I can't do it because I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock, and that's not an exaggeration. 8:45 we go up to bed, and by 9:10 I'm usually asleep, and then I'm up for work at 5:30 to be at work for 4:30 to be at work for 6, 3:30 if I have to be at work for 5 o'clock. So it's very difficult, but the interaction that I had with PS50 Gamer was positive. It was very humbling. It was nice to have that invite, and I wish him all the best in his channel and his episodes and stuff. So if you want to go and check out his channel, you can go and have a look and subscribe and see if you're going to gel with his videos and follow him on Twitter. But I said I would come on and do a video, so that's why I can't appear on the show. So apologies to anyone who's watched my videos and then posted into their Discord saying, hey, you should get this guy on. Apologies, but thank you for anyone who's shared the videos and stuff. Really appreciate it, but it's just not meant to be, unfortunately. I think staying up till 3 in the morning would just like I say, 39-year-old, it would just totally wipe me out for the I'd have to take the day off. I'd have to take 2 days off just to sort of stay up and then have the next day off as well, because essentially we'd be recording into Tuesday or Wednesday morning, I can't remember. So it is unfortunate, but You know, it was nice to be asked. And I'm not opposed to going on podcasts and stuff. I don't think I'm going to get many other people asking me to do that sort of thing, but I am open to doing it if the window and the time frame works out for both parties. But yeah, it was I was saying to the wife, like, oh, I don't know if should I do it? I mean, it's something that I'd really like to do. And she was like, yeah, just go for it. But obviously time difference is a bit of a bummer. So that was that, unfortunately. But like I say, very nice to be asked to go on somebody else's show. Just very regrettable and very sorry that I couldn't make it happen. But thank you very much for the invitation. It was very, very well appreciated. It was. I was a bit taken aback, to be honest with you. So thank you very much. And we'll see you again on the next video. So take care of yourselves.